Hello students, welcome once again to your physics class. Today in this video we are going to discuss about how a dipole will behave if it is kept in an external uniform electric field, and subsequently we will try to understand what torque is acting on it. So let's start. So for this case, suppose we are having such type of uniform electric field like this. See, for just understanding, I have indicated here this positive and negative like this. Okay, we are actually not bothered about this source. Our interest is only about this electric field. This electric field is uniform here, that only we have to understand. But for simplicity, I am telling you this line, if it is going from this side to this side, it means that there should be some positive side here and there could be negative side toward this side. Okay, now let us say we are having suppose a dipole, and say this dipole is kept in such type of uniform electric field. Now what will happen here? If the dipole is kept in the uniform electric field, we know that from definition of electric field that E equal to F upon Q. So any charge kept in the electric field can experience the force. So that force can be given by F equal to here Q into E. Now depending upon whether charge is positive or negative, this force can be positive or negative. Now in this case, if we understand, let us say the case of this positive charge first of all. As this positive charge is kept in external electric field, we can say or we can assume like this. Suppose this positive side is repelling this charge, and say this negative charge is attracting the charge, or since it is kept in the electric field, it will have such type of force. It will try to tend to move toward this side, right? Similarly, this negative charge is here. We can assume like this, that suppose this negative side is repelling this one, and say this positive side is attracting this charge. So therefore we can say that the charge is trying to move toward this side. So if we think in this way, then we can say that the forces are acting on these charges, and the forces are like this. On the positive Q charge, the force is like this. Let us say it is Q into E. And for the case of negative charge, the force is like this. So this force will suppose minus Q into E. Now very interesting thing is here, this QE and minus QE, these forces are always trying to act like this. They are permanently acting like this. Now if we think carefully, the net force acting on the dipole, however, is QE minus QE. This gives 0. So the net force acting on this dipole is here 0. Now what is the consequence of this? If the net force acting on the system or that dipole is 0, we can say that there is no translational motion. There is no translational motion. Okay, this is the one thing. However, though the net force is 0 here, the net torque is not 0. It is still acting there. How you can see? One force is QE and one force is minus QE. So this forms the couple, and due to this couple, we can say that the torque is acting on the system. I hope that first of all you know what is the meaning of torque. Torque is basically one analogous quantity to force in rotational motion, which is able to give the turning effect, right? Now due to this, these two forces, that is QE and minus QE, what will happen here? The dipole will tend to rotate something like this. You can see it here. So dipole is rotating till the minus Q charge is tending towards this positive side, and this positive charge is tending or aligning towards the negative charge. Once the axis of the dipole is parallel to this electric field, then further rotation of this dipole will stop, and this is the stable condition for your dipole. Stable now means now here it is in equilibrium. Okay, equilibrium means again the net force is 0 and net torque is also now 0 here. So dipole will prefer to be like this, okay, in this position here. So this is the first thing that you have to understand, that what happens if the dipole is kept inside the uniform electric field. Once again I am reiterating here, it is uniform electric field. Okay, now just we have seen here that the net force is 0 but torque is not 0. If torque is not 0, then what is the value of the torque as long as the dipole is rotating? That we have to find out now here. So let's start with this. So we have to find out now torque acting on the dipole. Let us say during rotation an arbitrary position we are taking here, when suppose dipole is aligned here with some angle theta with the electric field, right? So in this case still we know that the forces are QE and minus QE. These two forces are acting on it. Now we have to understand here what is the torque. We know that torque can be found from the definition. Okay, so first of all we will take here that diagram here. See here, I am just removing that dipole and that forces now here, and I am just taking the part of 2A. What is this 2A? 2A here, 2A is basically the length of the dipole and it was making the angle theta here, so that only part I am taking here, right? So if I take 2A here, what is the length of this one? Say this side will be equal to obviously 2A sine of theta, and this side will be equal to 2A cos of theta. These are the sides, and this is actual dipole length, that is 2A, right? So let us try to use the definition of dipole now. Torque. So torque acting on the dipole, we are having basic definition: torque is equal to either force into perpendicular distance. Now here perpendicular distance means perpendicular distance between the forces. For example, one force is here, other force is here, so this is the perpendicular distance between them, right? So that we have to use here. So therefore if I put the values now here, we can write here torque tau is equal to QE, that is either force, into perpendicular distance is here 2A sine theta. As I have discussed earlier, this is our perpendicular distance, it is 2A sine theta, and the force is here QE, right? So we can write further. So tau will turn to be 2A QE into sine of theta. I have just rearranged the terms. You can see it here. This 2A, yes 2A, here this QE, here this QE. So 2A QE into sine theta, right? Now what is this 2AQ basically? 2AQ is nothing but dipole moment. So we can write here tau is equal to PE sine of theta. Now interesting is here, what about this dipole moment? It is scalar or vector? It is vector. What about E, electric field? Electric field is also a vector. So we are having multiplication of two vectors, that is PE, and we are having into sine of theta. What is theta here? Theta is the angle between your dipole moment vector and the electric field. So that's why the angle between P and E is theta. So if we are having such type of arrangement or such type of say product, then obviously we can say that this is nothing but P cross E. What one? This PE sine theta is nothing but P cross E. So if P and E are vectors, obviously torque is also a vector. So we can represent here torque is equal to P cross E. This is the torque acting on the dipole when it is kept in the external electric field. Now torque is a vector quantity, so we have to understand here what is the direction of it also. So let us say this is a plane, and in this plane this yellow colored vector is suppose here P, that is dipole moment, and say this red colored vector is suppose here E. Then from the definition of cross product, okay, say it is P and say it is E. Where is P cross E? P cross E should be a perpendicular vector to this plane. It is something like this. So this green colored vector is basically now here torque, right? If I think about this dipole in the electric field, say this is dipole here in this way, this is electric field. So your torque will either direct outward of this plane or inward of the plane depending upon your angle and orientation, like. So in this case, if I think now here, this is suppose here P for example, okay, this is E. So if I take here P cross E, this P cross E will lie inward to the plane of this diagram like this, right? You will again understand from this other example also. I have taken the same example here, you can see it here. Suppose the plane is like this now, okay, this yellow colored vector is again P, and say this red colored vector is suppose here E. So if I take here P cross E, so this P cross E will be this one. So this is direction of torque. In short, the torque vector will be perpendicular to the plane containing P and E. So this torque is P cross E. In this way we can find out the torque acting on the dipole. Once again I am reiterating here, when a dipole is kept in external electric field, the net force acting on the dipole is 0, first thing. Second thing is that the dipole will try to be stable. How it will be stable? By shifting positive charge to this side and negative charge toward this side. This is the most stable condition or most stable equilibrium we can say. If positive charge is here, negative charge is here, then it is highly unstable condition. Okay, the dipole will try to rotate and try to align in the way which earlier we have shown. And third thing is that the torque acting on the system is given by tau is equal to P cross E. If numerical problem is given based on this, and if angle is given to you, you can use this formula also, PE sin theta, to find out the torque. So this is all about the concept of dipole in an external electric field and torque acting on it. Okay, so we'll stop here now. You take care. Thank you.